What's happening, guys? Welcome to another exciting episode of the NoWrongConvos podcast. On this podcast, we talk about anything and everything. But before we go into today's topic, please remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share at NoWrongConvos. It is one word. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Nice. My name is Shody, the Turn Up King. I've got Bond.
Yeah.
I've got Windeck.
Yeah. Show.
I'm sorry, I just had to. It was an offense joke. OG, but his name on this particular episode is Windex. Right? And we have Femi, aka 1D. What's good, guys?
This guy don't boss my ass.
Wow. Yo.
So what we're talking about
today, we are talking about sports betting, right? Betting has become something that is pretty much a part of our society, right? And we basically want to talk about it. We want to know, is it a hobby or is it a profession or is it basically a way of life?
a
all right?
lifestyle.
Yeah, so please make sure you put your comments below. Let us know what you think, right? So I'm going to start with Bond. So basically, betting is something that has been like for the ages. You know, we've always had casinos where people go place bets and all of that. In the Nigerian context, we've always had a company called Baba Ijebu, right, where you'd see people go, and forecast numbers and say it's pretty much like a lottery, right? And people put money and say, oh, okay, if you get the right numbers correct, you can actually win money and all of that. But we can see that in the last, let's say from about 2015, 2016, betting companies, right, have slowly, been coming into the country, Nigeria, and there's loads of them, both offline and online now. I know a lot of young people who grew up abroad or studied abroad, in the UK, in the US, they were already exposed to this, the Ladbrokes and all of that, right? But it was not something that we really knew about in Nigeria, as opposed to now where every Tom, Dick, and Harry, even the underage people are actually putting in. So what do you think?
See, first of all, I bet OG didn't know that.
So I mean, you get this episode now, Abby. All right.
I bet.
I see where this is.
You bet, you bet.
That this green.
You bet what? Go ahead.
I bet you didn't know that we'll call him Windeck after wearing
this green trousers, yeah?
But then, seriously. So betting, betting used to be something that was far away from me. It used to be something I saw people do. People went at certain shops. You could see the kind of shop. It was a certain type of shop. And
Shacks.
Exactly. Doing the Baba Jabus and things like that. And it was not something. But when I went abroad, and you now see that they have a full culture of betting. Betting is now, they made betting a little, because growing up I always saw betting as a very malicious thing, or something that if you bet now, you can, get addicted, and if you know it, you have sold your house. That guy's papa. You get, that guy papa, man, I bet, they lost everything. So you always had a certain mindset on betting. And for me, I think over my lifetime, I have seen that.
Over your lifetime.
Yes, me. I'm talking about me. I did your lifetime.
It's okay. I just said maybe the lifetime don't end.
No, I said over my lifetime,
okay.
Right? I have seen how, especially in Nigeria, where betting has come really close to us, really very accessible, it's no more that thing that was done in a GD show. Now, yes. It's come to that kind of culture that I saw abroad, so it's now very casual. Let me see, give me your, how did they call them? Say you
ticket, I'll be coach.
Your ticket, They give me your ticket. Let me see what's in the pop,
Nobody points anybody for this space.
I don't understand.
No point anybody.
Nobody don't point anybody.
And no point Femi or no point Shodi. No point anybody.
Because
you have the 1 point. The 1 point person.
Why be saying
now?
that?
Who be someone who for you?
Why be saying that my name? You use start.
You wear green trouser.
So that's
Windeck. Windeck.
Windeck.
Windeck.
Windeck front of line. All right.
Anyway,
So what?
So the question.
Okay, so wait. Femi, what would you say is your earliest memory of betting? Right, there's so many. So from rolling dice to playing cards, playing Ludo, even playing video games, and staking like, okay, I give you 2 goals, stuff like that. So pretty much betting for me, right, has always been something like you said in just in the shadows, just lurking there. That okay, some people like to do and all of that, but now it is. I think because it's much more accessible and there's so much money that can be made from it. So what's your take?
okay, so earliest memory, card games. Maybe with growing up with friends, and so I never played because I'm a reverend's kid. So our mom then or dad then would tell us that guy no betting are for riffraffs or betting are for children where don't miss road. So there are some values that they just put in us, and we just rolled with it. So I watched them play, and I see that this guy came with 500 naira, and he put 500 naira, and he talks say the next card now 2, and 12 come, 500 naira don't go. Ha! I say now wow, 500 naira don't go. Okay, then the other guy wins, and he wins, and you find out that there's a trick behind it. Maybe all this dice rolling, where they what they call it, they kick the dice. What they call that thing?
Basically, a dance and
Yeah. So it stands at a certain, So and the house always wins, basically. So for me, I always found betting as a no. Like I didn't want to go there until I found out that there was a small boy that ate 40 million naira. So and I said I will download the app. So. And now,
Wait. Come back.
I now download the app. There, and I
put your full
and I
details.
put 100 naira. So after I put 100 naira, I didn't win. Then and I put
100 naira.
and I put 10,000. Then I chop it.
Of course.
Then and I do it here. Then another of my friend I win 2 million. And I restored the app.
They use the same app where they use win.
And I put 5,000. Then I chop it.
I tell you.
So, bro, guy. So I used to see. So there's this particular sporting company. I won't mention the name. So we found out that all of our friends, including Ogiva, get out, including Ogiva, have this. Show your phone. If you lie, we thought I'll fire you. All of our friends have this particular app. So if somebody wakes up in the morning and brings up a code, selects games, he will share it on the group. So we all play. So come find out that this particular guy would drop bad tickets steady. Guy, sure they work with this betting company. One. So I was like, I will never learn how to select games. Like I didn't want to learn, but for some reason, I learned.
So this is from the view of a seasoned bettor, as in.
Okay, so this thing happened
That's
like
what it means,
25
because-
years ago.
No,
Or...
this happened like last year. This it just I'm new in the they just
green
converted me. So it's
sure it's
fun.
not
So
last
at some point it's fun for me because I don't get to
Okay, no, wait. So this is the thing, eh?
yeah.
You started this episode by telling us your losses.
Okay, I don't win oh.
You have to have one.
Yeah,
Because,
I don't
see how
win.
you
I don't win
achieved it.
89,000 once
With how much?
with 500 naira, and I
Man,
don't
people bad.
win.
500.
Yes, now I don't win for the something. I don't win 20K, but maybe for my life, maybe I don't win like 5 times since I don't play, and they don't shop me well.
As against 5 times as against.
Like they don't shop like the problem I have for human beings is the greed. Like I'm very greedy.
Yeah.
When you go play 10 naira, can select 49 games.
You will say, and you won't win.
And you
Funny
you
enough,
won't
the
win
tickets that
15
most of the
million.
tickets that win are actually those kind of ridiculous amounts. Do you understand? 20 naira to win.
So
30. I know there's one guy that did it recently.
yeah, but there's a small boy. So, but for
20
my
naira,
my
30 million.
my take is
Or
my
or
take
12.
is it's okay, it's cool if as long as it's not an addiction.
Okay, so okay, I'm gonna bring you in here.
Yeah.
Speaking of addiction, do you think sports betting is addictive?
Yes, no. It's addictive.
Why do you think so?
You know, just the greed element. As in, once you win, yeah, that's the end. Do you understand? Because you win when you don't expect to win. And you're like, are you serious? So this thing can happen. Do you understand? And before you know anything, you just get lost. You are just in there every day playing, hoping you know experience that same moment where you won. Just like Femi narrated. That's how they've been chopping in any houses. Do you understand? So it's you have to be like that super disciplined person. Do you understand? Because you find out the people that be telling you, I know to the bed, like that. Do you understand? But if you ask him how many times, you probably bet like 3 times a week, right?
Mm.
And as far as it's concerned here, that's very, 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 very considerate. Do you understand? In regards to trying to manage it. But betting 3 times a week is crazy now. Do you understand?
Mm.
So even if you're like Femi said now, Femi is one of those guys that do all those 100 naira betting. So even if it's 300 naira, but at least over time, the 300 naira that you spend per week will have value. Do you understand? So, and the house always wins, no matter what.
See,
The house
I don't
always
even
wins.
want to
So-
talk about. I even want to even talk about one of the betting I saw growing up, right? Especially as a teenager, was Kashi 21,
Yeah.
right? And 21, everybody, me and Sabi played 21, but I never got to the level. Now, I hung out with my friends. I'm not going to say shout out, nothing. Just hung out with one of my guys, and he plays with a group of guys, and they play senior game.
Yes, no.
High roller.
Cheating,
Like
everything. hiding
serious.
card.
And these guys, they come. That's their vice. They come almost every day. This kind of thing where they are looking for venues to do it. So do you get so we say okay, so one of the guys has I don't want to say what he does. So anyway, he has a space so that they can come and play there. So when someone's wife travels or comes to the space, they'll buy drinks, they'll buy suya, they'll buy food, everything. So the day I was sitting with them, sit down, because when you're sitting and playing with them, everything they love, everything is nice. And then I just noticed the game, and if anyone knows Kashi, it goes real quickly. Pa,
Yeah.
pa, pa, pa. And then they're playing with chips. And it was just back. So this guy would put in a chip in, and then he would do another chip with somebody here, do another chip with somebody
Side
here,
betting.
side betting. And then the game would just be going. And finally, I give him another 10 chips. And then he had, so this game had gone on for about 45 minutes, right? Things are going, people are laughing, And then I'm thinking in my head, these guys, as boys like these guys like this, they're going probably about 1,000 naira chip, da. This guy was when one guy now came and was like, how's this game going? He said, mo, these guys don't chop me like 600,000 here.
Yes,
And I'm
no.
thinking, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
So that means each chip must be at least
10K.
maybe, 10K.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smoke. Do you know how quick Kashi is, now,
Yes, no.
in less than a minute,
Yeah.
it's gone. The next one.
Straight up.
And this is 10K just going like that. And then he's doing 2 side bets. And
Yes,
see, I was sitting there just watching this thing go, and it's going round and round, and these guys are there for hours. They're talking about one guy that from yesterday's game has to come through because he's one that has the money, bruh. So I realized that for them, they don't go clubbing, right? They obviously have money to be playing that kind of game, but they don't go clubbing. They don't chase women. They don't have mistresses. That's their kick. So a group of guys sit down around the table playing Kashi. They can afford it, obviously, right? And having fun doing it, laughing, talking about. I don't see a problem with, right? I mean, you get that's their kick. That gives them their own, So to me, man, I don't see a problem. Like, I think it was what's his name, Michael Jordan. I mean, apparently he's a proper
Yeah.
gambler.
Yeah.
Right. And he said, it's not a problem because I can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a problem when you can't afford
When
it.
you can't afford it. True.
So
Yeah, that's
what
where
I
the
said.
difference. Yeah.
No, I have a
Well,
problem
it's sweet,
because
it is sweet, though. Let me say
anything,
it is
anything is sweet. Any bad vice
Mm-hmm.
is sweet until it becomes an addiction. When it becomes an addiction, then it becomes a problem. Then when you get in
You
to a
start
particular
selling your
place,
stuff.
then you leave with an Uber.
But let's put it,
You drive.
what can be an addiction?
Then you leave with an Uber.
Anything
You
whatsoever.
understand? Anything can be
absolutely anything.
an addiction.
So for me, right? I mean that whole cashier era. And all, I mean, there's no way you would have gone to university in Nigeria, even abroad, that you wouldn't have passed through that phase and all. But like the addiction, like you said, and it's pretty much. I just want to liken it to today's world now, right? A lot of people are so hooked on sports betting, right? On football, on live games. There's a Champions League game, a team is leading, and you are literally betting live game like, okay, next throwing is going to this
Hey,
team.
City
Next
they play
corner
today.
is going to this. Oh, this person to score. And I'm like, how on earth are you betting on a level 3 club that I'm pretty sure you have never seen play before?
Yes, sir.
Like, it's crazy. That one does not even bother me. The one that bothers me is virtual betting. They call it Ajansari.
Hey, Ajansari.
I'm like, dog
Ajansari,
racing
never,
on virtual
never.
dogs.
That just sorry, it bad though. But you get one maybe they call aviators. Something.
Now,
Where one plane takes off and it continues floating till it crashes. Once it crashes, the game is bad.
It flies away.
It flies away. Yeah, it flies away. Sorry, it flies away.
So that's pretty
It
much
flies
like
off
the
the
stock
screen.
markets. Like, okay,
Yeah. So you drop
protect
your
your
stick.
stock.
There's like a countdown. You drop your stick. Do you understand? Then the plane takes off. Do you understand? And once it just flies out of the screen, you don't cut.
Oh, Jonah.
Do you understand?
so you're supposed to stop it.
No.
Okay, so this, for
You are
example,
dependent on the game.
for example, you have 5,000 naira stake, right? So if the plane takes off, but before the plane takes off, of course the system will take your money. Then the plane takes off. Then I think it's by kilometers, right? So there's a multiplication going on. If the longer the plane stays on air, it increases from 1 to 2 to 3
it
to
counts.
4 to 5. So it keeps counting.
In decimals, 1.0,
It
1.0,
increases.
1.1.
So you multiply your stake. So 5,000 times, let's say the plane is at 5 now. So it's 5,000 times 5.
Yeah.
So it can grow as far as 800.
Yes.
So 800 times 5,000. So that game actually tests your greed.
Yes.
And I'm not even joking.
It's the
It
weight.
tests your greed. Now, when you see there are people there, the thing is, as you're watching the plane, if you look underneath, you see people that have bet already from highest to
stakes.
lowest, 250, 500, 1 million K. I'm not saying 250 naira. 250, and you see one guy's name like 4. 250, 250, 250, 250. Right? So if that plane go,
Everything
1 million don't go with
don't
that.
go with that.
I swear.
Yes.
And you know the funny thing? The guy bets again.
Yes.
He bets again with the hope of winning that money that he has lost.
Sometimes,
That aviator,
immediately the plane takes off.
as the plane, as just take off,
If you never don't count up to 1, it's still on
0.0 something.
plane until your money don't go.
So guy betting.
Ah.
See, I have this story.
You know that me and Shirley doesn't look like
What
the fuck?
This game, if you don't control yourself, you clear your account.
All this
In one night,
sports
no worry.
betting companies, they reverse. They all they bring out everything.
As in, them bad. Them bad.
They're bad.
So I have a funny story, right, with this virtual, right? So I used to have a staff of mine. He gave him money, I think about 35K or 40K. I can't remember the exact figure, to go and buy petrol, right? Petrol for one of the small gens that they need to pump water or something like
You
that.
want double.
And then this guy disappears for 6 hours, right? And then he comes back where is the fuel? He
Slowly.
was smiling. Where is the money? He brings out 600 naira from 40,000, and he says, I go play virtual.
You go play what?
I don't
With
understand.
another person money.
You want to play virtual with company money,
Eh?
right? And he gets arrested, right? They call his father, and then his father was like, anything they want to do to him, they should do to him, because that's not the first time. Apparently, he's stealing stuff in the house, going to sell, and going to bet with it and all of that. And that's not even the first time I've heard of stuff like that. So my own fear, right, and because a lot of young people are doing it, right, is they get so engrossed in this betting, it's become a source of income for them.
Yeah.
Right, a way of life for them. Like, oh, okay, I use 500, I chop 800. I use 500, I chop 1-2. I use that 500, that's extra 500, I use and chop food where I go chop. You understand what I mean? And they get so used to it. Even quote and unquote, there are loads of Yahoo boys in Lagos today that you think that they are not doing Yahoo, they are betting chronically.
Yes.
Like,
The
it's
likes
crazy.
of I'm not saying this guy is a Yahoo guy. There are a lot of people on Twitter. What's his name? There's Mayor of Lagos. There's there are plenty of people. There's one other guy like that where they drop game steady. And Baba, people they drop game for the world.
That is,
and people they chop.
That is
Once the guy
appeal.
drop game, all these betting companies, they go look the guy game, go block all those.
Hey!
tickets.
How you
No
take
joke.
no?
You dey joke? I'm not joking, bro. Because you know what? This is a guy that maybe like in a week, if you win 25 million, every week 25 million, they go know him.
Yeah.
They go know him. They must know him. Okay, so what this guy they do? They drop game for Twitter. As a drop game, maybe of something. There's a kitty something. Maybe a kitty, right?
Yeah.
As the drop game like this, they go just go look at the game before Baba, in 2 minutes, 1 minute.
They don't
You know, go
block
see that they go block all of them because they know say this guy sabi predict.
Yeah.
They try.
There was
I have a story. Sorry, I have a story, a very interesting one. So there was I know this couple. This guy, of course, the husband is my very good friend. The guy they bet. So his wife always the chance her. Say, honey, I don't like this betting thing. Stop it. I say, honey, it's just 500 naira that I'm using now. 500 naira, 1,000, nothing major. It doesn't affect anything. It's okay, no problem. Go chance and you man go vex. They don't quarrel everything. No, but I saw one day the guy bet. It was last year. He bet, can't chop 5 million. As he chopped the 5 million, can't send the wife
Screenshot.
1 million.
Okay.
When the wife come to chance, say, honey, I thought you said you didn't have money this morning. Where did you get the money? Now you just screenshot. You just screenshot the trophy. You just screenshot him. You just send out to your wife. You say, honey, that 500 naira has turned to 5 million. And I honey, we thank God, though. God, your works of your hands is blessed, oh. Everything. And the wife, it can't reach. See, the part where trip me. Now, like 30 minutes time. Now the wife comes to that message. Honey, what's the name of this app that you're using?
Why if you want download?
That the guy said I give the wife. That the wife that is okay. Now I download them. Because honey, if you get any game, if you send that to me too.
Yo,
if you send that to me too, oh boy.
that's deep.
Yeah, but they are different. Like the thing is, they are actually guys that know how to. I mean, beating the system seems like it's absolute, but they just have the skill. Do you understand? There's like live game betting now.
Yeah.
You bet when the game is live. So you've watched the game, or rather, you are following the game. Whether
The game is intense.
you are watching it, or
One
the
goal
apps.
is
Some of
supposed
the
to be
apps, actually show the matches.
Yeah.
You understand? So if not, you see the live, stats,
Live commentary
attack,
and all.
everything. So if you watch, you have an idea of who's going to score next. Do you understand? Who might score next? So with all those probabilities, you start triggering your bet. So you do who will score next. Would there be any more goals? Do you understand? Cristiano Ronaldo to score first. You understand?
Cristiano
Straight
Ronaldo.
red card.
Maybe the match is at 1-1, like over
Next goal.
2.5. over 2.5.
Oh
so
my
if you
God.
score one more goal, do you understand?
Handicap.
Under 1.5 handicap. So there are guys that actually know how to, manipulate or rather place this bet. There's one guy I know. I won't call it. Obviously, this guy wins every night.
Hey, the lion.
And I am not
The
joking.
lion.
See, the guy sometimes the guy goes say, see, 1.5,
The lion.
1.5. You're gonna sit down
The
beside.
lion.
You're sitting
Oh
beside
my
the
God.
guy, and the guy is just there. Do you understand? Watching all the games through his
jokes, though.
phone. You know what? It doesn't need the screen.
No
As in,
jokes.
live match. We're watching match there. The guy he's also on his phone. You understand? Tracking all the matches, live matches. Before anything, the guy will just show you. See this one. See, I just do 5,000 now. It's something thousand. Now so you could close that one. Show you come out on around. See this one. 32 they load.
I did tell you. That's what the guy did do.
There was one day we were
Steady.
sitting beside this guy, the guy brought out 150, 1.5, sorry, 504 or so, then 400. Do you understand? In one night. And those are the ones that he showed us. So he still had all those 30,000, 15,000.
So my question to you, for that sort of person, is it a hobby for him, or is that how he finances
money.
his lifestyle? Right? Is that his?
No.
is that his
No,
work?
he actually-
it works.
he
It
works,
works. He has
he
a
does,
very,
he's doing very
very
well.
good job, and it ends really well.
I think he just enjoys
So-
it because he knows how to play it.
For me, I would say there are people like me, and for me, my own case is a distraction. So the fact that I can just look at this team and say, this guy go score. This game, these people want over 1.5, over 2.5 go enter. And the joy that comes with you predicting and it coming to pass is a different kind of feeling. And you feel it every time. It doesn't, you don't lose it. So
Yeah,
over
you never
2.5,
lose
buy
it.
and go score over 2.5. He's sure.
He's sure that
Leipzig is sure.
Leipzig-
Napoli is sure, but you know go better for Chelsea. I know that one.
yes.
You know go better for Chelsea. And Man U,
Barcelona,
Barca.
Juve.
You know, Juve play 2-2. You know go better for Juve. When they tell them, you know the funny thing, when you carry them, say, oh yeah,
Play to win.
say under 3.5. You know what they go do? That means they no go
They'll
score.
reduce the-
They no
Above,
go
they will score above 4 goals.
above 3 goals.
3 goals.
Now
Yeah.
you know how many they go play? They fit score 7 goals. They are foolish. I'm
Then
not
you now
joking.
bet-
It be like say they know.
There's
At some point, it be like say, I was scared as well because I could play like 20 games, right? The year. Maybe 19 don't enter. Now maybe I want to win like 2.5 or 3 million. Then one last game.
Make it just finish.
Make it just enter. For my mind, if you say this sports company, if you call the team, say I beg go, no score.
Make this guy no
Because
chop.
This guy go shop this 3 million. Guy, it was getting to me like, guy, I have friends who go play game, everything go say green. Lost. And you know the end page, they go maybe like ticket, they like 30 tickets. First page, second page,
But
third page.
isn't that bad for someone's mental health?
They hear. First
That's why
page,
it's like this now.
second page.
Shots
No,
fired.
it's not bad. See, so like I said, it's a distraction for me. It's not like I don't bet heavy. I put 100 naira there and I don't.
To win 45 billion.
50 million.
Other people, but there's one of my friends,
like
eh,
criminal.
200.
No, you need to be locked up.
200. The guy go,
But-
You had
200 naira to the problem with this country. The boy is
I
bad.
get. See, the worst thing that can ever happen to anybody that plays, all these sports betting app games, right? Is there's a particular sporting company. That one, if all your ticket don't lano, what do you mean by lano? Is everything don't spoil, you don't cash fire. You will see what is cash out.
Yeah.
Now, once you see what is cash out, I'm sorry, you didn't win anything.
There was one guy.
You get another sporting bet company where that one has sad face, you go see.
Sad
Now, once
face
you
with
see
the smile upside down.
you don't see sad face. You don't say, oh, your ticket don't what? Lano.
There was one guy
hard
yesterday. There was one guy. I have to share this joke. There was one guy yesterday. So apparently, he had his games lined up now. You understand? Ready to win, right? And the guy opened his phone. You know, he had him updated now. So he now refreshed it. So he mainly refreshed it. That's what his cash out just came. So the guy was like, I'm gonna refresh him. I'm gonna leave him. Make they look out. These people don't chop me and the guy didn't laugh, man. The guy was laughing. These people don't chop me. For no refresh this thing. Like, for don't leave him like that.
You know the funny thing?
Make it just see how.
You know the funny thing? I was there.
Mm.
And this friend is Ogiva. I was there. This happened yesterday, and I was there. This friend. So Ogiva, you need to stop lying. You need to stop. If I wasn't there, then you should.
There was a what? A cut.
I don't know. There was a cut.
Hey,
Yo,
Wow.
Were you
so
not
there's-
cutting?
me.
You were cutted.
It wasn't me now.
It wasn't you. It was
No,
don't
no, no,
worry.
no,
Just
Don't
play
worry.
the fifth. Just play the fifth.
Don't
Yeah, I
worry.
played the fifth.
Good.
Play that.
But
There-
anyway.
there's this story I need to share with you guys. I don't know if you guys saw it on Instagram. It's a pretty much old video where you see a teenager. The boy was probably like 14 or 15 or something, and then he's running and holding his phone. That he's going to the betting company's office. That imagine that he has been betting for like 6 months or 1 year. That every time he bets and he doesn't chop, they go say, "Oh, sorry, they have chopped his money." That today now that he has chopped, they're not telling him that he's not 18, so he cannot collect his money.
You should go and call his father.
They tell you, yo, and I saw that video and I was laughing so hard, like tears are coming out of my eyes. But it begs the question that so pretty much there's no security measures put in place because all you have to do is, are you up to 18? I just put yes. That's it. And then
It
so
saves
you have-
I think
company.
everybody knows how
It
that
saves
goes
the
now.
company.
Everybody knows.
It has nothing to do with the
Hey,
player.
microphone.
It has nothing to do with the player. It saves the company.
Yeah, but my point is, so pretty much nothing can be done about underage betting.
You can't win now, so how do you get the kick?
So you go take picture of
Yeah, but that's what
yourself.
I'm saying. So
You're
they
not
just
playing.
really go on there and
You
they're
go-
just
you go-
playing.
It still
Except-
comes to a lot of things. You
It's like-
you have to have
except
an
they put
account. You have to have an
fingerprints,
account.
Except the Shena,
You still have to have an account. You need an
How you
account.
put
Shena
the money?
international
So,
passport.
That's the joke. How do you
How
put
do
the
you
money
put
in?
Do you understand? You pay
That's
through your
how some
account. You
account.
pay
Yeah.
through your account.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So now
the
maybe that
moment
ticket go play for
Baba,
sure.
Yeah,
all this
yeah,
other
pretty much.
But if you
microfinance
just
banks.
ask
all
your
this-
guys-
Yeah, but even if you go,
all
even
this,
if you go with a
what's
ticket
that-
and all
what's
of
that-
that, they should do
what's
that
that
due
bank?
diligence, like
That you don't
before
need to be
collecting
there.
money from a minor, right? To be sure that
don't
okay, he's up to age,
What?
right? Because that kind of person is gonna grow up, right? And that will just become his sole income. Because it's very easy to get people at that young
You have to
formative
have
age.
some money to be able to do it well. Because the thing about betting is this: if you don't have disposable income, right, it will end up it would go left fast. Now, if you're not winning, right, it will go left fast. You know, with the disposable income. So if you have this little boy now, right, he has to be winning, right? And if he's winning, like there are guys that play poker for a living, professional poker,
Yes.
right, around the world, win
Yes.
all sorts of things. You get, and I remember when I was in studying architecture, doing late nights. That's what used to be shown in Channel 5. Would be late night poker and just watching guys play poker and win a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
So are you saying that, let's say 10 years, 15 years from now, some guy will go to his in-laws house and, hey, so young man, what do you for a living?
I'm a professional
Man, star
bettor.
sporty.
My brother, see, if
My brother,
I
my brother.
with
Let
G-Wagon,
me put it this way, eh?
the girl Papa no go complain.
20 years
don't
ago,
worry.
if if somebody went to one wedding's wife now and said, "What do you do?" Say, "I'm share podcast." They no begin, they go flog you. Come up.
Like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
20 years ago was even the football thing. Yeah, I think 20 years ago. No, let's say 30 years ago. If you're a footballer,
That's why
they
even
would
musician,
chase you, come over road for street, say, "Daddy, they come, make a run, they play football." But now, and your papa
go carry you from
register
music, take come and
carry
play
you,
ball.
go register for club.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
You understand? So,
I
like,
have
times
another
are changing.
I have another thing that I wanted to share with you guys about this whole sports betting thing. So the last time I was in Jan, right, I saw this advert from this sports betting company, right? and they were, talking about all the games coming up and all of that, and telling people, oh, make sure you go place your bets, blah blah blah. And then under, I saw this tiny strip that reads, "Do you have problems with gambling?
Oh yes.
Are you addicted to gambling?
Call.
Call our toll-free line and speak to a psychologist for free on our behalf."
You have to.
And in my head, I'm thinking like,
Every
these
angle.
fuckers are draining people, right?
still
Getting
covering
people
them to-
depressed, and they're not telling them, okay,
Giving them therapy.
sorry, don't
Emma,
cry,
you
don't
know,
cry,
so
sorry,
we'll talk to
sorry.
you.
But come and bet some more.
Have you not seen the advert that Okocha did recently?
Oh,
It's a real men can stop.
there was one.
Yeah.
There was one.
Oh, yeah.
There was
Can't
one.
stop. Can't
There
stop.
was another one. There was a guy that was
Or
in,
something like that.
One of your guy. He was he did the like they used them for the advert. So it was, I think it was a Big Brother. So he
Where was
it was
Eating
the
Amala?
booker. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
The guy,
that's
they
shit,
chop,
that's
they
shit, yeah.
chop, they chop
I
everything.
seen that ad.
Oh, when I saw the guy, they chop soup. They hear everywhere. People they laugh at him. The guy they choke. Madam, bring him. The guy was chopping. So the guy was so they choking. I goes kings know when to stop.
Oh yeah, Kings know
Food,
when to stop.
food
Yeah.
sweet, but kings know when to stop.
Stop.
And the guy drop. He wash your hand. Advert over.
Yeah, I think
they tell
it's
you.
not real men, Kings. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
okay.
it. That's
They tell you,
his
very
bet
strong
king.
message.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, no, but
Anyway.
thinking about this, like, do you think it's an addiction that people can overcome?
Yeah, sure.
How?
Okay, so I have a friend. This is what he does. I would use him as an example. He earns a certain amount of money, a salary. Of course, it says, oh, this goes to the house. This goes for investment. This goes for Shino. This goes to for betting. A certain percentage. And by the time it gets to, if you have used up that money for betting, and there you go, stop. Same thing for Shino.
What does that mean?
Well, Shino?
He has a fixed budget.
He has a fixed budget for
womanizing.
womanizing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if he puts 100K a month for aye, for drinks, for woman and all that stuff, if he reach there, he stop till the next month. He goes home and he relaxes till the next month. So that's a way to curb this thing. So you can decide to say, okay, I have 5,000 naira this month. If this 5K finish, I go put on for my betting account. Once it finish, that's the next month. But it's difficult to do. But that is a way you can help. It
So
can
if,
help.
so if you don't spend that 5K now, wait, that's Mr. Ekiti, go drop game.
Baba, no problem. That one.
If I never know, Mr. Ekiti, you
The
see
rules
him
will
for
be
house. You
broken.
see him somewhere and say, Baba, take game.
Baba, go. See,
So you see,
all this
it's
one where
a
they talk.
problem.
They get one to one. They talk. What they call short game.
Sure.
Short game.
Yeah, but just play this one. Play this one.
Baba,
Too
short.
short. Just play on short game. Just
game.
short. Put
Too
anything.
short.
If you put on
Too short.
2K.
High
Yeah.
pass short game. Too short.
Too short.
If the too short, that means say he must come. Even if Jesus come today and then they play the game tomorrow, the game will still come. That too short game. That means they don't.
Too
All
short.
those,
Short die.
what's this guy they call the Liberia tradition? What do they call that kind of game? Don't worry, there's a friend of ours. That's what they call those kind of games.
Okay.
You know, so
Is it in a library? I'll be to
you get
I tire.
you get one guy like that what they call this guy game. So see, you get one. There's a story that I heard of. There's a small boy recently that used 800 naira to win, I think 38 million. I don't. You guys heard about it, right?
Yeah, I heard about
The guy first he go do ablution. Before he go wash all in hand.
Yeah. The video
Watch-
day.
the video
social
day,
media.
everything.
For near one.
You know what's in trip me pass? You know what's in trip me pass? As the guy wash your hand finish, as they wash your hand, they wash your hair, they hear everything. And so one babes just did there. They don't know what's in the happen. See the boy, if you see the boy, he no fine. He no fine. No be 18, no fine. Now small boy, 18 years old, but he no fine.
I don't think that guy
Nah,
was
so-
up to 18. No.
18 was small boy, 18.
He was younger.
When I saw all the girls, oh, handsome.
Ah.
Handsome boy. The guy he never collect the money. Oh. He felt they wash poverty come out first for a body.
I swear.
You understand? You want to go pray. They all they call him, oh, handsome
You know
boy.
what about that 40 million?
Mm.
At least
Hmm.
25 go come back to that
To
betting
betting, sure.
company.
Of course.
Sure. He
Sure.
too sure. Remaining in a money. But that
up.
25, oh God.
Shall know when to stop. That be the same. That's the moral of the story. Just know when to stop. There's nothing wrong with betting. I feel
What they say, men know when to stop.
kings know when to stop. So I feel there's no profession apart. There's no profession that's wrong apart from that profession. But any other, no, there are two professions that are wrong. Anyway, so there are a lot of things, there are a lot of vices that you can pick up, and just be careful with it.
Be responsible.
Be responsible. Don't overdo, because by the time you overdo, I don't want a friend that was doing so well, and because of betting, he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have a house, his wife has left him, and the funny thing is, if you borrow him money, that's what he's going to use it for, because it's already part of him.
I believe that
Especially if
I
not
believe
sure
that some
odds.
people have addictive
Too sure.
personalities. And people that have addictive personalities shouldn't even do anything addictive.
Yeah, so if you're an extremist,
Yeah.
so you should know what to go for and what not to go for.
I just hate to lose.
Yep.
I think that's my own. And then now hate to lose when my money's on it. It's just double. That's what pisses me
It
off.
just takes, you know what?
With
It just
betting.
takes
So
once. You just need to win.
Nah, so for me, right, I'm not a risk taker, right? I will not bet on something I cannot control physically with my hands, right?
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much it. Like
Or with your
if-
mind.
Yeah, pretty
your
much.
mind,
Like
yeah.
unless I'm sure that okay, I know, this one, or I know this one, that kind of thing, right? Yeah, no problem. But that's something that is completely out of my hands, where virtual dog is running. I gotta put money on 5.
I just
Then
said
compete like 5
years.
Jonathan. It's a
so
different thing if it's my own dog that I know that this dog, I've seen this dog run 9.3 seconds. That type of thing. So that's pretty much why for me betting is not my thing. But what I would say is, to each his own, whatever works for you, but know when to cap it. Don't
Know
go
when
and
to
sell
stop.
your father's property because you want to bet. Don't go and steal, someone's hard-earned money, right? Don't get yourself in trouble, all because you are planning on money that has not even come in.
This guy don't know.
Yeah, if I thought you do, just I think the best way to go is just
see,
if you have
my
a
guy,
budget.
see, show the data.
Investment
See
you
something.
talk about.
Imagine this story. See this story. I dey bet. I can't talk say I want stop. I can't stop. My guy can't send me ticket. I no player. That ticket can't enter. I stop Tuesday. Wednesday, the guy send me ticket. Wednesday, he enter. Is that not a pay? They don't not swear for you.
Go back now.
Will you not go back?
You go tell the guy,
did you
shoot me
know-
another ticket.
did you know
that
yeah?
one go come tear.
Did you know here that I deleted app and I installed it?
Oh,
I'm only but a human.
oh.
You understand? I'm only but a human. It's not easy. It's all these things. You can say it, but but there's a bet that I want to bet now. I can bet that Kunle Oshodi Glover can beat Bond. That betting, I like that betting. That bet, I will bet. How much can we bet with you? How much can
Oh
we bet?
my
Let's do
God.
this now. How much you go bet?
And so you have to just once you know the kind of amount we did. This
Wait,
guy
guys, you guys
go rack, sir.
Wait, guys.
You get where the money go reach.
You guys
guy,
can
no
comment,
worry.
man. You guys can
If you
vote.
beat,
Let's do this.
No
thing.
worry if I beat.
AKA Kule Oshodi Glover, AKA Asgard, Born.
You know what?
Casual.
The
Casual.
problem. I don't blame you. Now the green trousers they reflecting your face.
Windex.
Shots fired.
Yo. Anyways, guys, we come to the end of this episode. So remember, let us know what you think. Is betting a hobby or is betting pretty much a profession, right? So make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at NoWrongConvos. It is one word, all right? And next week, on the next episode, we're going to be talking about favorite childhood memories and childhood myths, right? So please let us know. Hit us up on Twitter, on all our social media platforms. Let us know your favorite childhood memories and myths, and so that we can talk about it on the show. My name is Shody.
Bond.
OG.
Femi.
Windeck.
And remember, Ababa, we in deck. We in deck. Ababa. Please pan out on the green trouser. Pan out on the
Show the trouser.
Remember, there's no wrong convos. We out.
Combos, man.
Bloody Chris.